Before we get started on the show, I want to show you my shirt. Look at that. Start of the Olympics, America, USA, back-to-back World War champs. We're the best, 1 and 2. America. Come at us, Olympics. What's up, guys? Welcome to Now Showing here on the Daily Fix. My name is JC, and of course this is the show where we review movies that are coming out fresh, hot out of the box, that are new in theaters this week. And this week we decided to check out a movie that we've been looking forward to. 99% of the staff here at the Daily Fix have been looking forward to the Lego Movie, starring Chris Pratt, Liam Neeson, Elizabeth Banks, Morgan Freeman. So many stars are in this movie, but you don't even know it. Like, you'll be like, hey, I know that voice. That's Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's in this movie. Or you might be able to pick out little things here and there. Alison Brie's in it. Warner Brothers threw a lot of money into this film. You can tell just through the rights and naming rights and character likenesses. There's stuff that even crosses different publishings, different publications. There's a lot of jokes in this movie. A lot of things are very fast-paced. I think they which is fine, which is good, because especially you got to keep people on their toes and you got to keep people guessing and joking and laughing. There were a lot of jokes in the film that I found that I was the only one laughing at. A lot of them were the Batman jokes that we see throughout the film. I'm not going to give any away, but there are ones outside of this, the commercials. Outside of the commercial jokes, I feel like I was the only one laughing because a lot of the audience was like parents and their younger kids, and neither of them really got what they were saying. Now, granted, I'm not the biggest Batman fan. Not that I don't love Batman. I love Batman. I think he's one of my favorite superheroes. I wouldn't say that I'm like the most knowledgeable about Batman. I leave that towards Zach and Waz. Those are huge Batman fans. Randy, our good friend Randy Jordan, is probably the biggest Batman fan that I know. But I love him. But I'm not anywhere near their rankings. But I did catch these jokes, and there were times where it's almost kind of a solemn moment of the film, and Batman says something, and I'm the only one laughing in the theater because I was the only one that got it or got what they were referencing, which made me feel kind of happy, but it also made me feel sad sometimes a little bit, just because I was like, man, I'm here watching this movie and nobody's really getting these jokes. So hopefully that's not the case for you, our viewers. The animation in this film was great. I really liked how they portrayed the Legos throughout. I feel like they didn't really break anything. Like, there were scenes with like waves and stuff where it looked like waves, but it looked like how it would look if it was made with Legos, almost stop action-y, which is great. And I love that aspect because it really made it feel like it was Legos. There's little sound effects that they did and things like that. And it was good. I really liked the animation to it. The voice acting was really funny. Chris Pratt is a really funny guy. If you haven't seen Parks and Rec, go on to Netflix, watch it. He's just one of the best people in that whole show. So he was really good. He played Emmett, this happy-go-lucky guy that's just trying to get people to like him, and he kind of falls into the background. Elizabeth Banks is in this film, and she's getting a lot of bigger roles, which I like to see, because she's a good actress. She's a beautiful woman. She's very talented. She's very funny. If you've seen her in any other movies, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't think of anything, but she's the announcer, one of the announcers in Pitch Perfect, and she's great in that. She was also like an executive producer in that, I believe. But she's really funny. I'm really excited to see her bust through in these films and get bigger roles. Will Ferrell plays President Businessman, where he's the villain of the film, and we're kind of used to seeing Will Ferrell play some villain roles. I mean, we saw him as Mugatu in Zoolander. We've seen him as Megamind in the movie Megamind, which Waz will get on my case for saying he's a villain because he's not really the villain, but he plays the villain in the middle parts and stuff, and kind of watch Megamind. It's hilarious, but he's not the best villain. And some other roles where Will Ferrell's just kind of played like a jerk. In The Internship, he wasn't a villain per se, but he was a jerk, and he was kind of lame and weird. But he's hilarious, and he did really well in this. There was actually some parts of the film, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but that towards the end that really surprised me, and how they were able to, even the writers were able to think out of the box. And I really like how they summed it up and made jokes and threw outside of this box, and they did a really good job. The writing for it, you know, it's not the most original film out there, but you know, I feel like it's very funny. It's very well done. They did have some good jokes. You know, everybody, everything is awesome. It's a catchy song. You hear it throughout the movie in different tunes of it, different variations. So that'll get stuck in your head when you leave the theater. That's probably a downside to it. It's a good song, but you know, when you get songs like that just kind of stuck in your head, it brings it down a little bit. My overall grade for the film will have to be a B+. Hey, I'm going to go B+. And not that it did anything horribly wrong, and it didn't. There was a lot of funny parts. There was a lot of good characters and different things, but we do see a lot of funny stuff in the commercials. There was nothing really spectacular. The whole ending and the summary of the whole ending of the story and the summary of the story, I thought was really good. That might, you know what? My final grade for the film, I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to go A-. I'm going to bump it up a letter or half a letter to an A-, just because of the ending. I really liked the ending, and I thought it was like very well done and very well crafted. You know, and I really enjoyed it. So that's that's this week's Now Showing. Hey, I just want to say I'm sorry I didn't get a Wednesday show for you guys. I know I usually have that up on the Daily Fix, but we got a lot of snow here and I wasn't able to get to my camera. I wasn't able to shoot anything for you guys. But I will be back next Wednesday with a video for you and talking about all sorts of entertainment stuff. Yeah. Love you guys. Deuces.